eni jeni agrewo afe woni abi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwanso akire ne pampa no bi asem ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma ba ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko ensu na yirasio obi a woni dwuma odidi bo a oman wokwo na ni kosi na fro wa yuku ni chechere ne ma obi ana ni koso ni ja obrechi ni kupodo fo eja wo mu anku ni maba aguna na wiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french mu obi na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia woni bono so awira cheche wokwo ni ba ni na sene ni ba ejo no bi no nta bi eja wo mu anami di asam asa chirina no mpano wasa meja wo mu asno biaba wodoma nkoma oba de ehye yense yeni nsa waso eni jeni agrewo afe woni abi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwanso akire ne pampa no bi asem ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma oba de
when I you thought they left cause them broke, Charlie. When I sharks all they clean for some dough, Charlie.
Oh, check your time now.
So they make
7:38.
That's the how many times I
get there, Mickey and I face so Tony Montana. You don't say
this road, Charlie.
Somebody
for die for the road, Charlie.
Take off in the Brian.
You know one can't fix
get twice,
Charlie. That's the
Kessben matching here.
How many times, Charlie? When I TDs go past them at school, Charlie. But no,
DSTV channel 364. And I face to Go TV. Channel 121. Memo bibi akwaba eba Kessben matches so medim e de Kojo Preko Dankwah matena si until 9:40 na de dwumadie no aba awieye o test na me twen e wo 0550567929 0550567929 and I feel so WhatsApp messages no me twen e wo WhatsApp platform no so on 0550596929 me train na you know edi nkomo na ya hwe de eko omanim ene de eko nyina adwade ene ye hyase na edi nkomo efa eye taxes ho yedi nkomo efa enema bebre ho a ye nya ntente se out of 14 million Ghanaians a omo a register a nim so mo etua eye eto no emu kitwa bi be 2.3 million and etua tax ewo eye oman mu yani penfo bebre na di nkomo Professor Korte ekodi nkomo ema yina yetie bi ehu se na nema esi eko o kire se ye VAT ane eye taxes a yetua no almost 21% eno kra na konanim esen eye omo a omo wo amamman foforo so between 18 to 15% and omo de no eda tax eto ehun command ye dia fiti juada enra parliament ena ye sanya ntie se asemfoforo asan kwa kopiem ewo honom the energy sector levy ehun komo ena omudi enra ewo ye parliament they very interesting se wonya botwo so a na ekofa nsem bebre na no ena aba enra nwumre edidimu a late ena parliament pass here and a certificate of emergency e ka che se sisi ade ye the one Ghana obi be ka one Ghana for your mind ye de ato eye energy so ye be konchechemu na ya hwe enema esefata de entia ye de eye 1% no aba beto so 1% levy no aba beto so yenko parliament na yenhwe Amin Anta, former finance minister wa parliament in sema odi tudwa ebra na the energy sector levy amendment bill no 2025 ekoso ewo parliament in renwumre no yenhwe ne yentie de Amin Adam okaye efa ho.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to comment on the this very important subject. Right, Honorable Speaker, I'm surprised that my colleague on the other side, the Honorable Felix Kwachi, indicated that analysis based on percentages are misleading. That cannot be true. Whether you do absolute analysis based on absolute numbers or based on percentages, they are all correct. And so depending on what suits you, you can do analysis based on that. And so it will be intellectually incorrect to suggest that when you make analysis based on percentages, it's misleading. That cannot be true. Mr. Speaker, the government, this government, the NDC government, is taking Ghanaians for granted. The minister rightly said that as a result of the gains in the city, the value of the city, we are supposed to see that transmitted through prices. And therefore, he's expecting the prices of petroleum products to even go down better. But that is the issue. Prices are supposed to go down when the city appreciates. That's the logical economic sequence. But my worry is that when prices are going to fall, should it be the duty of government to claw back the benefits that the Ghanaian people are to drive from the policy that you have touted so much here? Is it a crime? Is it a crime? The minister said that they have implemented good policies, they've implemented measures which are stabilizing the currency. And as a result of that, the petroleum product prices are going to fall. What crime has the people of Ghana committed such that when they are supposed to benefit from the appreciation in the value of the city through the prices of petroleum products, this government should claw back those benefits? What crime have they committed? And therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, it should be our responsibility for the people of Ghana to benefit from the policies that we make. We're all celebrating the appreciation in the value of the city. I celebrate it, but I'll even celebrate more if the benefits are felt through the prices of petroleum products. And why this government will claw back some of the benefits from the Ghanaian people bothers me. Mr. Speaker, that is not a responsible government, which is supposed to take back benefits the citizens of the country are to derive from its own policy. Mr. Speaker, this government, not long ago, they were here celebrating abolition of taxes. They were celebrating abolition of taxes. But I'm sorry to say that all the taxes they abolished, put together, did not bring us 5 billion Ghana cedis. Put together, did not bring us 5 billion Ghana cedis.
Dr. Amin Adam, former Minister for Finance, and he attended can also then somebody to join the Parliament. Amudi abobo ifa energy sector levy ne ho komo and na odi no na. It's interesting say ye di ho komo na ye ka eniema no na solution to the challenges na ye wono into me embaye. So which one is the solution? What is the solution? As I say, ye to me di eboa ema debts na ewo ho when it comes to energy no. Ye be to me asolve na dum so no to me efi honum. Yentie aye ura John Jinapo on also for a current energy minister parliament in some on also edituja.
Kessben 92.9.
It's about fuel prices and its impact. And we are having this debate because under the NDC government, fuel has reduced from about 15 point something to about 12 cedi. In fact, that is the whole debate. This whole debate is because of a reduction. But for that reduction, we will be debating. Because the debate is what reduction is the consumer getting? And what is government taking to support reliable, affordable, uninterruptible supply of power? This is it. Mr. Speaker, my good friend, the deputy ranking says that fuel prices will increase by 100%. With the greatest of respect, that is completely misleading. And in Wuntumi's words, Mr. Speaker, if I may borrow, once again, Mr. Speaker, if I may borrow the strong and venerable Wuntumi's
Honorable
words,
Minister, what is the meaning?
This cannot be the case. And to sum it in English, it simply means that it's inaccurate. That is all. It simply means it's inaccurate. But Mr. Speaker, my good friend, Honorable former Finance Minister, talks about fuel prices. Honorable Aminanta, consumption increases by 300 megawatts every year. When we were handed over the Atuabu gas processing plant. We handed over the ENI gas field with an integrated gas processing plant. Under your 8 years, you could not add even 1 kilometer of pipeline. 1 kilometer, one. Ghana gas was moribund. There was no need, and yet you were buying liquid fuels. That means that you had no foresight. Yes. That means that you couldn't plan. Yes. If you had planned, today we won't be talking about liquid fuels. Yes. But under His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, I want to assure you, just as we did in 2015-2016, we are resolving the energy sector problems. We are dealing with it, and I'm happy to note that the power supply is improving day by day by day by day. Mr. Speaker, for the records, your last month in December, load shedding went as far as 790 megawatts. Today we are not shedding load. And he says that, Mr. Speaker, he says that, what are we doing? When we were leaving office, and these are facts, you know I don't joke with my facts. No, I don't joke with my facts. Because facts are sacrosanct. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion, but as for facts, there can only be one fact. When we were leaving office, the losses as far as ECG was concerned was 22%.
Okay, enti Mr. and Honorable John Chinapo, any attending Kano, a current energy minister, and also Ninsa Modi to our parliament and rap FA the energy sector levy. Ehun komo nana yedi ewo hon. One Ghana city for your mind. No, ehun komo nana yedi ewo parliament. But men kwa ahumane so na mene Honorable Charles Esiedu MP Tano South and after so I am member of the energy committee ewo parliament. Yene ni nkomo ne ntie de course on rap ewo parliament. Ni enhwe kwan ebe fa so a ye be ma oman no ate ase na enchechemu a na omo kano yen na ya tibi ni ate ase ne hu ekwan ebe fa so a ye be boa na ye energy sector no etumi akon nanim. Ona bote men kan ma good morning bibia bokọ de.
Mejo so minya nyamia do me ho ye na so e bra kwajo
erada do me so me ho ye pa ye da se ne mo a so de boy de nyina. Ona bo ye ndi komo wo eye energy committee de me ma mi otie mi won sanwom epeso otie ase se muka se energy sector levy and amendment 2025 bill la edien na mo pa kire edien ya me ma me otinsa wo mo otimakola opese oti ase edien na opese wo ka kire no
William Medase ma me fa kwanya iso na mentia Ghana fu nyina omo agebre na omo ni dijuma ena no pay say enka meko ni street na so ode energy committee abamu ide ma me fa starting free ekire kakra enra enema mienu ene siye e o parliament de di kan ene se energy committee no yeto yensa e de free energy minister say omra na omra mra se bedwam no mesiae na committee enhia no eya na enye de eba TV so chamber na MPP for na DC for nyina yeti hot ne minority majority yeti ona ye debate no enno nya sa na tie eno de nipa kakra bi a parliament na koma boom ese omunhwe dwumade bi so eno na ye hwe ya hot energy no eso de efa power electricity say ye be generate ye be ye power no na ya transfer e de akoma de no so de beba ye fie mu ni so ye nkane ane niema e na afi fangu ene gas honsem ni nyina ase ya nti ye frɛ minister no ema ono so obae na de dikan na minority no aye press conference ese containers na ayira no afi de yesi yehu enu nti minister no atwa ntro de akire Ghana fo nti onchechim ye frɛ no ma ne bae emo no so e de ni nchiremu a owo no e de ba betu ye nim de dikan o se enokre ese transition no eye ECG for nkrata mo de bae e kire se omo containers no mako aduasa ena akaport ho no mu a omo entumi enyiye enti quickly ono ebe minister no ena o set a committee o ka nipa bi bomu ana professor Akwaneda no se omo hwehwem na containers na yesi Ghana japade a ayira no ehemfa ena afa eni nti omo so mo hwehwem no omo de ho report ebra ono minister no ema omo so report no ebepie mu se containers no empimienu ahenan ene adiokro baako eye 2491 containers ena enya de a omo ebetimi akada mo se si omo bo se aka airport hono mu a yentumi ehu ba bia afa na out of sa number no ene mu 1300 de enya de a omutumi hu enti o se ono as a sector minister no se yabeka just container bi yehu e just unaccounted for enkrata no enkyere bia container ne wa na ekire se ne ono so otimi hwe bia container no afa na ode container no etirima Ghana enu nti one attorney general ekasae ene national security enso ekasae ema ba bia omudi container no akwakugu no omo ye de fe no reconciliation de ekire ne se enkrata committee no ede bre minister no ena fe container no se ye kokan no mako ni a check container numbers ni a check enema ewu no na eno so omo edi atudwa enti omo se ye de dikan omo tinkrofobia omo yi containers edi free the ports and harbors ewotema omo ni ehon krata asem ayache omo de tosu mienu omo akoche melting company omo so de omo ye ne se wọ́n sẹ́ bó sẹ́ mìíràn nam tokom ní ọmọ sẹ́sà wires ẹni nàdíẹ̀ ẹ̀ka nàdí fún náà ẹ̀yẹ̀ nà nkọ́ ọmọ nani na wẹ́ẹ́ diẹ ECG containers náà yẹ ṣe ayé hu náà cables gu mu no ẹ̀nọ́ ni akọ́kye ọmọ sẹ́ ọmọ yí cables no na ọmọ asi cables na sẹ́yìn no na kọ́pa náà ewu mu no ọmọ ti mẹ́ yí akọ́tàn eti ọmọ soso yàtí ọmọ eti asat ẹnura náà minister bẹ́ ṣe ayé náà ọ̀sẹ̀ containers no emu mako aduana baako de yayi a asem ani ho emu aduonu miensa 23 de enya de no so ebesi ne yehu ba bi a ewo enu nti se minority no eye press conference a ono wonim ba bi a minority no enya ni information na otimi gina so dendende ede press conference omutimi ede eba beto ne so no. Now moving away from committee any minister na say your friend no. Bill na yekoye hu adwuma mra na yekoye hu adwuma energy sector mra na mudi hu nkomo anokai no. Eno de yemfa ma committee.
Okay.
Eno de finance minister or the parliament direct.
Okay.
Na eno so yetumi edi hu nkomo. Na mi nyina ne say so share ye energy sector no a ye wo omo ye generators che so omo and generate power no so share VRE so share bui ne nkeka ho a any other thermal plants aye wa omo na generate power no na generation no ye wo de edi nsuo na eye eno hydro eno wo se akoso mo dam bui dam eno de edi nsuo na etene na adane enkanea no ana ye wo de awia na eye eno so eye solar ana afi ye wo thermal no de say what to generator sifie say one to fa nwa mu a enya de a ebeye adwuma eni di so sha sa thermal no eno na abo Ghana foka kese pa esan say MPP time no say ya mo ye ne say fango no mo fa ma yewura election mu no mo fa fango de mra na yemfiri na yemfa ma Ghana fo enyankania na se wie elections no a afi yebetimi atenase na yedi hu nkomo enu nti eka abeda wo se sie ya Ghana fo hia eye $3.3 billion ene eka abeto ho no ma esie hia
3.3 billion.
Se sa ka no ebeto ho no mo a de tie ne se ese yede sa eka no ho nyina asotwe ebedan the final consumer if you say generator no o generate power ni wi a no the ma transmitter ono na ye gridco enti gridco no oje enkania ho de na kese mu a no o the ma distributors omo na ye ECG for any netco for any enclave power for enu ti se eka ebeba ba bia ye generating kania no e dia akoma transmitter no e dia akoma distributor no a see a pass a can on to the final consumer.
On about 3.3 billion now, what can Ghana cedis and answer dollars? Okay.
And unti say a can emma menu na yetia. And you see the can of a man menu yetia dia. Say a two and yinama hodimu or how much is a you look moche 58%. And I say a 2 and can you and now you can say, if you are managing to say, now, young to me, crano, and I sit them at say, now you're about 58%. And the 58% say, you had Ghana and Nimis on Tia, and the Ahotre Ebeba, I'm Ghana for him. And okay, and you're saying, Bayano, you are a Tubia, and that fan was what. Yetia enya afen ye de ba e wo de da a yetia enu ti yetia de a yemfa 1 Ghana cedi enko kasa eto ho per liter bia obeto fuel bia na sika ne ebenya no yentumi enfa mameso sa e Canada ho a enka Ghana ni betua 58% of increment no yema Ghana ni ntua increment bia na ban ni ntua bia obiem so ne say sa 1 Ghana cedi no a yede ba no enya de a ukogina pomp no a ye kwa charge sa 1 Ghana cedi no na de tie ne se petrol fanwo no ansa na MPP aban eja aban no de ama NDC no na me ni umie nyina ya adwe se na 16 Ghana cedis 16 Ghana cedis no and na me ni o ka say second window ne buy no ate from 16 to 11. And it say, Senkania, or Quaco top fan no, when young for so 5 Ghana cedi. And I ban say, Yenina, I see a young man ye. And until Obeka say, okay, that baby. As a so be
Hello?
Who said and to move back argument, baby. And I buy the okay, there's 5 Ghana city no. Ghana ni no onion is free and nam say papa na banintino. Me jimu 1 city. Na sa 1 city na me magie no. 4 Ghana cities ne de Ghana ni no on fan free no konkodi. Senka eye and 16 Ghana cities ne beto ye no. Yes, yes, the 1 Ghana city ebe ka ho dia. E kire se Ghana ni no okwa kotua 17 cities. E kire se ya sa burden ye de o hawa sa beto Ghana ni so. But we dey ya ti 5 Ghana city e dey free so. And I say 5 Ghana city no, aban se majimu 1 city. Now so for
Hello? Hello? Ooh, I'm saying. Okay, your best friend, Honorable Charles Esiedu, MP for Tano South. Your best friend in the back now, you know, Atwas, not Ochichimu, Kwaya Energy Sector, Levy, no, Abba, na emu near Manina, your Betiasi. Yes, and I said, and some no Dawson, Yatiti Bebre, MPP, minority, Mete, Alex Afenyo Marken, minority leader, I say, another ye levy, and ye day Abano. Ye levy no, I don't know him say energy sector levy no, ye and energy levy no, and a twas into a ye levy. Now, in Chechemuno Ebano, a twasum, and now say and toasum, will be to me as no text message, you know, now the Abanama can Kayama, also, and I'll be to me the WhatsApp message, you know, so Abba. I'll show DSTV3, channel 364, Go TV 121, with text message lines, you know, 0550567929 and I feel so WhatsApp line here 055-059-6929. Obey me daba na makenkai ni na ama na bien twa so. Enti honorable Asaba line no see any honorable. Enti say see the idea what it means is that ya te petrol no so de. Na so no me cop pump see na me koto a 1 Ghana no ye betie fim. Na obi bisa say why?
And they say
I don't know what so in the first place. If it is that munim some de levy for bar, I don't know maintaining the wahono. Na yan twaso sa.
And what was say a kasa sa 16 cities in the wahono. You're maintaining the sa. Yes amendments we know. And ka could do pump no and come to 17 cities.
Okay.
But what you say?
Okay.
And say 17 cities now, dropping no. And don't tell me breaking it down. Say the bear, I shall phone near here for betting me at here.
Okay.
And that's who could do pump on the catch us here too full, there be. And ye, sir, and to Swanwa, yes, say no, abandon say papa, why ye? A man net dollar no, a jan and nine so. Full on air buffamono. And I bind say a bako to and can near Moodier. Na Ghana near 58% there there be mama ya nton kanenum na ya nton kanenum so so a say etiminya anyama hode e begina so na enkoba say Ghana nyina ebekosum enam say ye de ka enu nti Ghana nie anyama hode yantum no so say etimi tua ye ka ni etimi tofa ngo edema tema generating point no na omuti mayen constant supply ni nya nkania okay enu nti ba bia ye adwuma papa emfaso eba ho no ene mayen konko fa faso ketua bi 5 cd aban ka se 2 cd wan ka se 3 cd e ka ban ni kura se be se bi oyo bi anko ondwen Ghana fo ho a obeka se anase me fa me ba ne 16 cds ene sa dia ma Ghana fo nte so 1 cd no Ghana fo ntua 15 cds na me aban me fa 4 cities o ti there bi me nya ne sa Ghana for mo fa nte so no 4 city na me aban me fa 1 city 1 city so me fa no we na me de ya mamo enya ma hoden yantum yan fa percentage bia me ka ho afei say nya constant supply of energy na dum so ama bebrebe ama me ha ya age enti ye de su se ekwan a aban no kura fa so a oye sa ade wei ne hye wei a ode ba ya enne enya de Ghana ni bia kwa ko feel say makojina pomp ne ho na aban de say abanti e che fa 1 city entufu one so no say papa enu ti de esre Ghana fo nyina ne say South baby na obi ba be kan say na enra minority leader enna yi levy enna di levy ba enye no kre obia nhwehwe nsem aye nyina ye di hu nkomo yimu na omu mpemu hu say de ye ka no enna ya ade a ebeboa Ghana for say da bia sandisi wa aban mu a ye dwin na ne adwin wotena enso de aka ho yan kwadwin na nko a ese okay say obi ayin say ese ofri na ya boka twitwi die wei e de ato ho no mu a ene yeso ye baaye no ene yeso ye mefiri ne ento aso so obi firi di a yeso betimi afiri bi ade achi na se NDC eni aban mu bi mu a Ghana ne deka enu nti wotena bi se yemamwa enso anyini aba na yese ka Ghana de no Ghana nyina fi na krom ntimi nya anyina mahodin biem enti Ghana nkane nyina ye betwem eko offer obi amfa ho saa time no do bedi aban so okọ ba ye de ye dwen na ye dwen otena so aka ho ese sustainably de ba de ne betimi aya saa eka no a MPP fo agade ato ho no ye betimi ye free ho na etimi sustain the energy sector na dumso ama minu yanka we nkanya de papa
aya de papa na wo ka ho asem no honorable mama mbisa we na finally ni enko how much are we expecting? The expectation is saying how much are we expecting annually? Say you 1 Ghana cedi ya sa petroleum products is what. How much are we expecting now here and a bit may reduce within a year? A year $3.3 billion now can was them.
Okay, so share energy ministry no. Oh here 1.2 million Ghana cedis annually no they are to sango e dia thermal plant no.
Okay.
So share sa 1 Ghana cedis here babelia. You benya 5.7 billion cedis.
Okay.
So we 5.7 billion cedis no every one more. What was that? Your friend is saying 5 Ghana cedis no. I have 1 Ghana cedis you benya 5.7 billion no. Enka sikani nyina ye sikani nyina enkibenya 28.5 billion.
Okay.
Ghana cedis. Enam yati 1 cedi nti yenya 5.7 billion cedis. And so what it means is say Ghana ni no a ono so oto abapapa edema NDC no. Ono so na 22.2 billion cedis a ono so wafa. Enti de ye twen nyina no just 5.7 billion cedis pa. Enya dia ebaba affect Ghana ni no. Ede burden ebaba to Ghana ni no so. Ese say de yesade eto fofura ba. Ukoto fuel la yese kwa kotum ama driver ni no tutu so akoto ni fe mu te se de ebrebi atwam na yehunu we nya saa na temia.
Ana bo yebeda se ni nchechemu no at least be mami otie yenu mo mutie so enya entiase ni yie say the beya dachi bia no bia nkona mabonten ka say the tax for aba because that is what the perception is. Say tax for and aba. Yeah, that's it. Say watch it.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Ya kasa sa I am Asia why? Asia na usuba we dey mani nyo.
Matonabo. Evisia.
That's it.
That's it. Honorable Charles Siedu, MP Tano South, and any needing member of the Energy Committee, and any needing come FIA taxes and name ye Missy levy DBD no. Energy sector levy no. Yeah, they abandoned. Tomu church say taxi bia emaye no new tax enti what totom na wutie me what taxi mu what ubam na wutie dia ka che da ba ne se enye se bi oba betum esane se ye se the tax for aba na emum no tax a count directly senia ye canon and I face no say 3.3 billion dollars e wo hono me se clear dia I don't know what solution me nim solution kwan foforo betumi afa so a ye betumi ede a clear sa debt ya ye di hu enkomo yi because me hwe figures na wa hanom na ehu yie pa ehu yie but ye be di hu enkomo ma me nko line no so na me ne Henry Nana Boache MPP organizer right ending nkomo na fe yemra back national organizer ending nkomo na memra back na me head ye betumi aye Nana good morning bibia boko there
me am so
me ton ka che me hu so ache
ba me de metatunka.
Unhusa.
Me two voice no one from Musa.
Ehun hia pa. Yada say. Na bia boko.
Twediam ho adare ma bibia boko.
Na energy levy sector, one Ghana city for your mind. What you saying?
Menua ma mencha na mensa ncha wo chiefo no wahwefo nyina.
Okay.
Na menka se bedika kan se Yera Mahama ban or the atro ndada kontumpo damrama ana ebedada Ghana fo. And someone can the dead nyina no ene sansem nyina no mato. Ene ye hu se trimupo ewo mutuma ne se asem bi o kan ye bia no menua o makwatia pe na no a ye ba ban mu me kai Yera Mahama osi omo aya mo adwuma oba obia benya na adwuma oba ya no pam ni pa be 30,000 onko fi anso ha anche na no ye yato eye enyam kane mu ya sa to nsuo mu ye peja we mu ko 14%. Enyam kane an ye peja nsuo so ko 4%. Na no ye koda ya somo mo ka che ni se o mu de nya de a o mu kwa no mu de to bia eba na they can raise revenue without introducing new tax. Afi enra anadwuma na sem we kwa de amoye kokoko anka hwe omo the certificate of emergency biaba adaya chihie you know eye Ghana ha petrol ayeto no any diesel ayeto no se o to 1 liter bia na 1 liter no aya na confusion nkofo because Ghana ha kata ye nimpa ya 1 gallon na 1 gallon bia no
Kessben
92.9 4.5 liters of petrol and as a diesel. In fact, there are some a beer low almost 3.8, but the standard I have heard from some petroleum experts and it's so pay 1 gallon ubinya 4.5 liters in a free. Enti ye change na ne say oye trotro oye bus oye taxi driver na say o to 1 gallon ubetua 4.5 Ghana cedis awo 1 gallon bia ubeto 1 gallon bia ubeto no ubetua 4.5 Ghana cedis. Na abia amato we kwaye hu na ye trimodin ne hu se Yera Mahama he is superintending over a very wicked government. Abaya obaya also the many pa ho han no hwe ne tense se ne se obi everywhere na se or drive everywhere bankan approximately they should be 150 liters. The Chinese say obetua 150 Ghana cedis. Say ofri wa no bankran. Na say ene obetua 150 Ghana cedis aka ne fu ho a. Ne tia ne say enya de ono etua no onfamma ne otim. Eti ne passenger na otim no. Yeah, there's how 150 Ghana no. Yeah, the best one.
Testing or the best one is testing because I'm already on my catcher say nya dia you better to a lorry firm enya dia be can bibia.
Why na can send to lorry firm? One kind. I don't have number the top. Every year no more certificate of emergency call.
Yes.
And no more dia pass it.
Yes.
It is a net will be free. Why e be sha bankan. Na ene 150 Ghana cedis about the top. Yeah, ne boss wa osi onyai on emphasize academics no.
And do you also, I mean, get the fact that yeah, Kasa CCS, you know, see the no appreciation into no, who also say yateso.
Oh, for la yateso. any a year depreciation sika aba from. It is so are they telling us depreciation aba from no more this a two way aba to your
No, it is because say ye deka a car a daho we need to think outside the box and find a way of
in
paying.
Government, we never introduced any tax. We were
But you appreciate the fact that did you appreciate
in any case, city depreciation and a buying policy be or the other. City depreciation, a buying for any policy be my and on a massive depreciation of the rather no a MPP
and then you must and you must be son and much share.
No, you say ye free a bemuno, ye got almost $9 billion reserves and no a number one. Number two, Bank of Ghana Governor Nankasaka say a brana you gold reserve just about 8 tons. Na ene aquatic ton increased by over 200%, no, and that's how gold purchasing policy now at the buy gold buying policy near the buy, and I saw me a and I was happy more media for no quiet checks and so they have not introduced any new policy. Donald Trump sabi and some four would you a man saying gaso I'm a dollar now what they are back from. So they have not introduced any. I'm yet to understand it. Say, Muhammad say, dollar never from Bibra, a bit export. And I don't get it. I'm yet to speak to some economists or make some say. Sitting and care about for man, Babuano. Muhammad said, the business, baby, I don't understand it. I'll find out. But what I'm trying to say is that let's do this basic logic. Look. A baby by us about 8 good years. One fact will be an to energy sector.
But $3.3 billion in the honum as we speak.
If you buy near the car, I can go back and check the history of this sector. Where does your banana canawa?
So how do you solve it? Because still
I'm here. The inefficiencies of ECG. As a many thing. ECG, they be a moment and most say, you have losses for one, but manage ECG losses. Muna must manage ECG losses. So if I buy that transfer for 8 years, look, me that's a mamia war, no minuano. But that's a minia and no Kojo Preko.
Yes.
Let's state the right.
Okay.
Fact.
Okay.
MPP stayed in government for 8 years.
Okay.
8 years we were in light.
Okay.
Mobile company say be about 1 year because and much 2 years view. Mobile just about 6 months. You are introducing this levy. Momo catcher say nya bia mo de levy be eba.
Nana, young fancy. We hope say as time goes move on no. Senior early discussion. We are going to agitate. We are going to announce our actions. Okay.
Mr.
Medasipa. Nana Henry, Nana what Nana any attending Kano National Organizer Emma MPP Nana B Anna Yete Nenkano 8:20 Anna Abo Mekao say Kwabena Japan betina say near din komo ene anopay issues in ebedi hun komo also be OSP in seminar ABPP mu bebre bedi hun komo and I face no issues concerning the MPP and I face the restriction of their constitution election no eba bebaso and some bakum yenu bi wo honoma Kwabena Japan they to just say sefata say yesesa ewo constitution nim the MPP constitution no esese yesesa na yema enema etumi kototen na yetumi hu senior beya 20 the next election na we yenim no yetumi ahwe ho ne aye ho adwuma yie pa ewo the MPP ho komo no yebedi and then again in komo ebesa dibio no so no issues concerning other matters with wontumi and afi so indications yenya say anhwa obesa nya invitation ni bio mame kwa homa no so na mene Abubakar Yakubu or Sunyani East Communications, the MPP, your friend Baba Amando, meaning the issues that are running when it comes to OSP, and I feel so Ken Ofori Atta, former finance minister. Now, Yenshe Dieko. Ken, Mr. Ken, the media, no. Our Caribbean, Ompomo.
Nyame no mpa bada my report na unso.
Yeah, the radiasi. Mamidi can be so. Wadwin kire efa eye OSP Ken Oforiatta issue na koso. Wadwin overview of the whole thing is saying.
Well, mamidi kan van check say ma wo hwe phone na ra na tie phone na ra. Na me na wo se send mabom prum. No kwanya mi anim ni. Se say no menim say OSP no opesa oye no ho media style. Se emra no ye no wo public opinion no. Se emra no court no wo dwen ho a won ntiase. Adenta. And she ana amamra e wo ho no aye very clear. Ade ne si no ho kwan se ono OSP owo enyina so bia owura Kenofurata edi boni ade ne si no kwan se oso omampo a on trying in absentia. And I'm very pleased with the first two questions are a journalist and say, but if you feel you have a case, why not go ahead or say he's still preparing and he will soon go to court? What do you want to say? Didn't see. Beginning now by a hula balloon now also to on suffering on Timba, auto on suffering no one Ghana. No one Ghana, no woman on it. Or then true lawyers, or try the brew say, me ni Ghana, na me kwa jaya she. Enti the say me lawyers no me de to me am almost on me timi abo with documentation bi a wo pe and she mu apesa o ye bia na me ho to me amaba. O muni ya kum. O so won pene ne. On pene china because on je lawyers ni. Tio. Na wa be jina TV so. Media nanim. Na wa ka che wiase nyina so oya wanted. Oya fugitive from justice. And I can offer at a court. In the course of it, no, say, was answered then I reply. And he what replies Obeba on a later date in a day. June 2nd, you know, every hope. They drew 1 hour ma. Obesanso Edna go back. Now, the issue is that every on the 14th, hospital at Kenofurata, actually, they are being lawyers. The lawyers can also exit letters and letter. Almost wrote him on the 28th of May. So, shall let them not already almost say biopsy no crown. They are willing as lawyers to submit copies of the biopsy. That is tissue no my day or my year. Can you forget when I'm quite and I said, Bibi, my year, what the year test and actually say, Sabia Bunu on your cancer no, or what the need now, 28th May. Also lawyers, just by the say so to onion to what answer the knock back. Say up say Interpol. A boy now then about. My point is that even if you try him in court and you get a conviction, can't you still liaise with Interpol to bring him back to Ghana? See, I'm asking. And if Papa no OSP, obey OSP, Shika what do Ghana in terms of say money Shika non talk away. O tu kwa Abu Dhabi or kwa investigation and the pastor on the bread.
Dear, o cast away dear said the wedding and noom and no where the Juma no one I can't hear and not here or the year. But OSP, I get specific with all these issues I also or say or yeah investigations on cancer or prosecutee a Ken Oforiatta. So if it is investigation, then he's saying omo in person because a criminal investigations na omo why boniana
but only locus be was all the kasa the woman say nipa na so kura ka kira was say investigation ni mu no enkrata one dance here mama me lawyers akwanya so metim di abro because me hwe me ho ayarehwe wo ho enum ponanti no wasanzo church say open me in person se see and you diagnose me wie say be 13 June, yeah, you be operation. And you ain't any video. See, na bada to see you Na be some in the opposite ubisa. Na one done thing na men from mount. Na say son and what OSP team and na operator on your prosecution on your investigations keka. Are these not enough? Yes, say ujina soka so okay fine. Video no. One mama information say me no one yard based on that I'm going to court. And tisha opo bi na investigation na unya na. Who decline wanted? Now who's decline a fugitive from justice? And I do my assembly. Maybe such an OSP nanka so oba ya budget awa jidi ye juma sika sana wajama Ghana. The last time I checked 100,000 pe. 100,000 pe. Isu sika ye dema wo officer wodi. Edi so wodi ye juma enim ututu kwan ba hat na so ni na no.
Ye person ye wodi kwan ba hat. Wo ka so tu kwan ba hat.
The records are there. The records are there. Bra, 1-2 months wakotena Dubai so will be pena ye da into or protecting ho, and it is there. The records are there. The traveling records in there. Keno furata enye ni panche obi. It is true. Keno furata tempo tro ne la tro wa letters me say. Se de be ya be boa won tem no. Me sra upi. But modia me lawyers so they will assist. But the maybe operation be to me dem eba. If you can just go ahead.
Okay.
No court. I see me born a call do say it is about SML. Majority of the case SML.
Yes. No, five issues, ambulance, Chinese for the DXC. Yes, and won't send me
SML so kura abai we NDC abai se tia ko mba no mo se SML o ma ya de pa Duncan Amwa. So Duncan Amwa executive director corporate was say SML ejuma ma ye from 2020.
Okay.
ABC and 2024 no.
Okay.
Obatimia monitor system na ma abogana ho bra, abogana ho ba ma yanya 14.1 billion liters of fuel.
Okay.
Otherwise, 14.1 billion no and kabaira. They tosu mienu omo system na timia boa ama ya tax no apage to 20 billion cedis tax.
Into officer the OSP and India and Fakwem.
Now for SML no kura wo kan wa asem se ejum no. Se so omo ka se na ejum omo nyina na ne mani ka se omo ye ejuma. Na no ye omo 5th anniversary. Government appointees anko.
Yen had the BC with the other ones
so the American say OSP no. Abante minim de ope wo media no so. Se obawa na na fe no obeto no atonyum. Badu okwa no champoa no wasora communal conviction ba ko nyanya. What is this?
All right.
And brother for your juma now what be and yes I mo be and closer and danosa. It is not fair.
Matthias here. Yan fancy na yebeto aso bi Abubakar Yakubu Sunyani East Communication MPP and I need in Commodore China Drain Efa OSP and Ken of Ratans and Seminole Hall. 8:29 is the time. Kessben 92.9 Kessben TV and also Kessben TV on Facebook and Kessben 92.9 on Facebook. Yeah, kodi obatampa enkodi nkomo. Ni ehwe de course when it comes to prostate. Mema no muntie ni ye pa na ye ni hu nkomo ye.
Nyame adom na muzo e.
Nyame adom araka. Enkofo yo na pa o. Ese dem say the whole Ghana and West Africa. Am say nkwa na akuta se every.
Metumi say am say no. Prostate ya de no ehwaduro eni ho saa. Ya dom na nyame aye madom me ehwaduro. Intimitumi ka Africa so muyi won ya hwe prostate pa me nsana me nka ho a enya complete. And kura pa because you see prostate ya de eyewa edura wo system nya mu di manage junso. But say prostate en shrink ya ohunto. Na medu ni edura e ma prostate shrink e normalize no. Na say ehun so ya den how in afri ho. Na say ho ato. Nti tu ya de na se. Nti say wo kan na no ano no. Say no won for ya da me no kura pa.
Dia na wo mai.
Ene de me fa akwanje so achia etiefo a na ahwefo a omaje mre ehwe ye anopei anopei de me de kan pese me de ye no mes etudwa se de be ya won ye tie ye no obi a no bi okumase obi bi ni western region okofodua na opese onye duoni bi o mama ya soye intinu pese me de no man tudwa de kan kumasi no mani nie 0249 another 49 61 66 0249 another 49 61 66 kumasi no man you know western region 0246 04 34 58 0246 04 34 58 and we western region and western north bibiani 0243 68 69 38
0243
Merci Subium 0243 68 69 38 eh bibiani ana kofodia ye 0266 45 09 11 0266 45 09 11 ana asoy ho ankasa no mani 0553 800 678 ziga the ten say the mekan no process ya dia ayama manko a manka ho ndi se be ma wo ho no se wo sori and o kada na jo na wo so be se empempi efrimiensa eko na chi a hwehwe machi akwan etosu mienu so wo ju so se wo ti se ebia kamu a na ti se process abesio the toso sunsun say sunsun bin sun say sunsun kan na say ogo jansa o junsa kwansi na untun junso na wo chima sana wa junso post na esa na so say junso na kan na ko jan junso no pressure we chin e wo form pa wo be ka say slow urine stream and post na say post abashio e bi sun say oba junso agu ho a wonim say junso de involuntary urination and so che say post abashio and so say oba junso boja ba ma osisi ayo ya ba ma sam akofom na edidim saa na se ebeso saa no a one day obesori a obesa obejunso no na junso ayi den aka wa yase untumi junso eno na ba ma edu akọ hospital na yedu oba ahye obembam ma junso na afiri ma ba na won do akoye kwan ya ba fa so junso de bia na yare wei ena yame ayi ma do ma mu haduru a de bia me bo hu de ru se obi wo utimi nka mempimu akoma utimi nka menye nitifo iyansafo ne to na mompa machi akwan efise yame ayi ma do ma duru a etu yare na se de minimni se me abra yare ne ya me a me na me di mitipimpim no na ndu a ho ni nyina no ba no aduro no enso yare no enko ntipo enti me bra ya ansa na me ma do ma me nya meduro yi enam ni sa me ho yade e de bo ankofo a na omo ben me ayene aye aduru a me de hwa amanfo no na amanfo frɛ me edamase ebi kra ba na se omo hwɛ se de mo president be bia na ewo na ya mo na duro ma aba fom a na aye enije sam ko a nse me ka se mo president duro a na nse bia manum na bia keka me na me ka de me pɛ da bi mo president duro a eyi yade no firi okra unya president akọ hospital do e mo ye tamsulosin hydrochloride and finasteride say do ni na manage ojonso en shinki president no na say ntu yade na se enti se won ya wo satibe no be di badanse a se wukọ wonum se duro no a na wuja to kakra bi be na oyina san aiden astati sonchina jonso na sase ba bebrebe enti no abra wonum aduro ni na so na president shekira kasi ase eye enti eye kasi igusu ye kasi ni na no na di complications do na eden eba ti se wotimi nkan na se me ka cho se mu aduro a ehwenke president no na eyi yare no firi wo kotakota permit akwan because the be say obi achade kasi obi betumi jam obi opposite say odi me hu obeche machi akwan odi me no ma na wa frɛ me na wo ba your machines we be hwehwe e be hwehwe mu enhu zampa positive ni how na ya mo aduro ma afiri ho ye aduma firi adwada kusi fiada eno so no ye start by say 8 o'clock upon 4 o'clock and this wotimi nkan ma positive ndi unya positive yade a ekuni pa first class de be am ka say nipa bi a positive be ni bi ekunu nti ati se de positive statuwa ati se de obi a odi friends en obi owudi ni di etu a che so oposo kunwo dancer bo be kun because positive no enhu aduro ani ho simple sa to so otimi nkan man dwin se bia o sika bi na me pe ampa aduma bia ye aduma pesika nanso me the larger interest ne say mehwe won ya osati bi because yade no yade edi nipa nya pi nipa bebre ba me nchen obi kwa tumbusa me say doctor na yade no enye hunhum yade ana na maka chense de bia hunhum yade do na hunya nya ye because nipa bebre chinchin ko fa akoba bebre omanya yare no mo nua yasa to oba na okasa asem susu abutre oba bebi aduro wo ha wo hu beto ampa so oba num aduro no bekọ beba no na afi na oye den no obu ma ba so bitum kra frame say doctor me choke keke no a chem say ma edunu bia no afi no asate no say ma hu say ekoyie na mi say ma hu beto me hwe no afre say o sisi ade eye obi also a ono nu edunu no hu ton kwa wontene nka na nso ni nya so ye nipa wansem nti da make ma catch obi a o timi nka ne say so we post it how they are men man adini ndunya honestly eye cancer na do terminal state ntumi ya ho hwe nti mesira utimi nka ma obi na dawo ma ye nitifo nkaka so papa no to no openi sika bi nti na oto kasa sa dabi me kaminko anka obi obeti opposite bebeti nka mutu na aba makachi aba ayahwe nti mesira obi o tie misisi ase woni obi o sa tibe nu so unua so wo papa so wadanfo so wo boss wo adwumam anase obi a wonim so sa tibe nu bia no fam no mama no number 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 frame na mencho mechi akwa me wo fifi prat last stop o yinya no kaso yinya no kwantempon so kaswa wo ba wo ho beto me kan ni yami mpete so ba ho me ntra ma yade ni du ya because yade bia so etra ho na echa ne ko edene ni sa wotimi nka na wo sa tibia sa nsusa so mbo ni na bi wo sa tibia ni mu a men tra se entwen se wo twtwa ho na se bra ebi ba obi akwa du no kwa man ba ko pete no ho ato no because wo ba the right time obi so etra ho ama adodo ayedidi ni video ma udidi o mani didi wiem too much a ekun edene because yade bi ni ho a eba didi o wiem na wo ko ya eda na won ya sada nti bomodin asa wotimi kan men tra ma yade no enidi o wiem yana mti se ngofo bebre o hospital egu kolebu ya show rubber na se na ha me de bia make say means of health beji medu ya tumo omu use wo hospitals a nka obie ni we be say rubber because wo kwa wo report ho a isa say mo tamsosin hydrochloric and the medu hydrochloric no e de medu ma no ma e be swing positive back na wa de ho nti mi de bia me a peace means of health so mo timi nka they say me approval from FDA mo certificate from LDA which is a dono ya certify no nti abametumi ai dey ade ama means of health na mo use me sramo motumi kan mo menfa sa kwan so enfa mboa won ya wo sati bi mu because ya de ne ya papa
now western of numbers yes
western of 0453 68 69 38 0243 Mrs. 0243 68 69 38 Bibiani city true nothing of yes
and Kumasi
0249 another 49 61 66 0249 another 49 61 66 and western region for instance Takradi in Kwaso 0246 04 34 58 0246 34 04 34 58 and Kofodia 0266 45 09 11 ubia utemi kabia no so we are testo na confirm so positive dia ko ba bia mabobo din ko ukwa obenya du no bia to uto ababo
Kessben 92.9 the Biachi
yada eye obatampa ase se ode eye prostate ho solutions ebreye meka se kwekwesi edu herbal prayer and center eso wo ho no mo de eye gidie na enkomo enkunimdie mixture eso aba na gidie herbal mixture no de eye ne se esan yare etimi bon ho ban mo amo arthritis any body pains nyina no mo no maye gidie herbal mixture ni bia mo ho ebeto mu yie pa eno ebetumi aboa gidie herbal mixture no so no eboa malaria fever headaches typhoid and afeso o joint pains nyina no gidie herbal no eboa enkunimdie herbal mixture no so etumi eboa mo amo menstrual irregularities ni nyina no ulcer stomach pain and menstrual cramps ni nyina no mo no maye enkunimdie herbal mixture mo ho ebeto mu yie pa eni ntino a wo pe eye gidie and afeso enkunimdie herbal mixture no obenya bi wo Wedam Pharmacy Ashaman Ekus Pharmacy Ashaman Repash Venture Okanshi Hello Herbal Okanshi and afeso Angel Herbal Okanshi, Kings Walk Herbal Okanshi, Madina, and Afesusuhum, 20K Herbal, Kaswa, Ubenya, a House of Drugs, JB Pharmacy, and all herbal shops, war a Ghana Memu Henina, Ubenya, Kweku, Asiedu, and a prayer center, Omadrona, a friend, GDA Herbal, and Afeso in Kunimdi Herbal Mixture. 41 minutes into 8 a.m. Hanom, Kessben TV and Afeso Kessben 92.9. Mr. Kwabena Japan, engineer Atenase, Yababi Din Komo, Ebetwitwen Komo, after mine home, Senamdi Kankan, we raise almost 3 issues. I far a MPP home, and ne kwa befa so ebetumi aboa ma the MPP ebetumi gina ne nanso waka ahead of the elections, you know. Nema bebre wo hono ma say yesesa constitution ni ma esefata say dia watumi enya kukudro at the 3, of course, major issues about beto hono ma bedi ho komo ene e wo fie hanom. Of course, yentumi ndi nkomo abra yenka omano ho nsem OSP wontumi na fe so de ekoso omano mu nyina no obekire na adwen afa watena se yeni nkomo na metwa wo text messages no so e wo ye 05505969929 and I feel so o test no 05505679929 no the ba making kind ama engineer Kwabena Ejepon na the mano o ma obia no ebetumi e de amount. Honorable, good morning, but you'll be able to call there.
Me just Nyamiadom.
Who watch it?
And so you know, to an painting, it is a traffic night tight, kakra. Because a few places, a little flooding, which is normally happens. So, and so you know, Tosa, and say, can we do 8:30?
But you need come on, but you can't flood, then I want to just oppose your profession, engineer.
That's right.
So far, preparation towards the flood. Every year, you can't want some. So far, we say you solution to this flood system.
First and foremost, engineers, you will be a friend of
Kessben 92.9.
just say flooding there, a extreme event.
Okay.
So, entire happen, but. Happen be a friend of 1 in 20-year rain, 1 in 50-year rain, 1 in 100-year rain event. And to show meteorological records, now say we design of a drainage system because of security and economy. You normally will pick the a bit frequency be a 1 in 20 years.
Okay.
And now the bay will design.
Okay.
And to say uti anye na. When a 1 in 50-year rain seer, of course, the carrying capacity of your drainage system, no, or here intimate and far ensure. It could see say 1 in 50, 1 in 100 years. They said they see some time ago, Accra, yes, Hanyina flood the circle near dinner. And no, we are see baby a bit missy.
Okay.
Tiana Ghana for today, we only did it, and I'm sure Uko Japan, a sea, and saying Switzerland, the whole mountainside, you will be a friend of just a slope stability analysis. And depending on the intensity of the rain and how stable the slopes are, it may drigo. In Tina, vegetation, they are very important.
Okay.
Grass, any trees, because so 2 trees, almost soil, no, and any roots, no, a cataro. Into vegetation, a bond, a strengthening slope sites against slope failure.
Okay.
So on them, children. And Tina, na almost especially a brie. One we sit down on some of the slopes. Some of the areas, no, and can you say assembly, no, and more. Permission. So that's right. And so we study the digital map of Accra from 1900. It be seen there. It means a vegetal cover, green cover. I think it's reduced significantly. And first, in so a bria. As I say, baby, I had the lowest point in Accra, or Dono, I can't was him. Until you her or Door Basin. nse mo dan ko circle ho nyina odo base nti nsuo to around ni nyina no eye kakra to find his way into the sea or into the lowest point. In the course of finding his way, no engineers free be time of concentration. Hydrology ni hydraulics ni water engineering ni drainage engineering, storm water engineering. Se ufa ahai we se idua grass se ne grass no ha ne nsuo togu so a won se be memem if free be percolation. So it percolates into the ground. A drew point be a friend is saturation point. Now for the mama into me bio. Until then now I started running off until a friend will run off. So until say we want grass or her instead of me check till saturation point and sun I started running off. Say we grass no to say the aye now see dying. Now the inchense in Boswa, inchense enye permeable, impermeable surface. It is a inti 100% of rain a bigusuno. It has to find its way out. It does not percolate. Okay. Inti free bibi pre-development drainage and post-development drainage. In drainage analysis near the nunca estate developers crana. When you are designing your storm drains and all that, you have to make sure the carrying capacity of the drainage appurtenances should be the for pre-drainage, pre-development and post-development. But nipa follow the rules and the regulations. In Tina, in times past, it was mandatory to plant trees. Okay. Some of them, children. Okay. Apart from say a critic carbon, what we call a carbon sink. Yeah. So, and to cool the environment, it also creates a better ecosystem for all of us. Because if you are young, to mean Juriha, young climate name, but unya baby grandfa utin koshe ukoshe sheda se. Into the general environment and building the ecosystem, it has various elements. Okay. Which brings me to the most important thing: planning permission. Okay. Ghana, unse won't the word planning permission. I say. The obeti and building permit.
Building permit. I'm touch or down on
but permit. An area should be declared a planned area before any development is allowed. So, because when there is a planning scheme, to say they me who a year, I am a fair, me show a high road, a high building way or ha. A electrical supply, a higher water supply, all the infrastructure you need to have a proper human settlement. So, all these elements have to fit together to the role of planners, the role of surveyors, the role of architects, and the role of engineers. I friend the built environment professionals working together to deliver services to our country. Na nuna kese assemblies no. Womuna say the front end service providers. And that's what Bruni Becker say first responders. Because womuna BBSC a womuna say responder first. And Usha local government so eniyema hianye wo man mu anase wiase baby ana. Most of them engineering related. Ubeka housing, Ubeka roads, Ubeka water supply, Ubeka waste management. In fact, all these things are civil engineering related. Maybe electricity supply, electrical engineering related. And the other elements of what I call a built environment. There is no respect for rules and regulations. There's a complete lack of enforcement. When I was campaigning as an aspirant in the last presidential primaries, my 6-point plan, it captures some of these things to impose law, order, and discipline in all facets of our national life. Sure. Because you are sitting among and as Ghanaians. Wo de upa hwe wachi. We hu estate wo wachi sese. Baby am buildings in hwe wachi how we live. Ni mu say hu say is this the best way to live? Ye kwa abrochire say ho fe ni ade nyina. Ukwa the layout of the place na impressive. Sure. You go to a place like Toronto, they don't even allow outdoor advertising.
Okay.
Yes, some person will advertise here. Chance green. When to do grass, they are advert. It's very interesting. Place is very green. And so Ghana, baby, I prefer to when you are driving. Because obia the billboard they see baby open. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be properly regulated. Yeah. Your sight lines are blocked.
Yes.
Safety on our roads, what we call safety engineering, microphobia speciality. Intermediate, idea a hammer organ hapa near local government system.
Okay.
You started near 110 districts. And then I could do over 260 districts.
Yeah.
It's almost co-terminus with the constituencies. Into one can we trim circle hanam colloquiality. A higher hinfa. A higher another.
I'm saying higher ayawaso go
cross you higher no ufa wechi ha na o kakwe adai. When you are doing engineering management and planning of a city, you need a holistic global approach. Because in suya tower brino enwana ebedru circle ha. Now first, because there was a lot of greenery, since you tour Webria, it takes what we call time of concentration. It takes about 5 to 6 hours. And then that time, the last time we did tracer studies at Chekakra, it takes less than 3 hours. Wow. Look at a place like Kwabija.
Yeah.
There was a large swath of land. No beyond touchy. And now sorry no near the track Kobinya police station. First now bones a tree lined not left and right in swathi. It will be a friend of sustainable urban drainage system, SATS. When there's an extreme rainfall event, and it happens, like I said, be a 1 in 50 year rain, be I see. We ask baby see. As only baby and you know befa. And sometimes we leave areas into land and more Clapham no near this ano bones baby it is also used during extreme rainfall event. Drainage management, the basic principle is say hold the water and slowly release. Ensure that we are in a day in the whole dancing BBL. In Tina, you be a friend trapezoidal drain. Drain if you I said trapezium. So the friend trapezoidal drain. In Holland, almost below sea level. One or a lot of what we call sluice gates. In trapezoidal drain, the gate too. In the instance, run of Nubel rushing with the power and intensity and destroy property downstream. No,
it's slow.
Yet me blocking a kakra or sluice gate into a jack space. Na ya adjusting na a starting flow. One, it breaks the speed. It flows to another chamber. There's another sluice gate. Wonderful. It breaks the kakra sana a bedroom hono. Na ho no. But these are all, and they cry the abbe for them and to say time and you take you generated from first principles. Now who calculates is Nyasem and the software hair class no near the Tincolano de almost better crossing. The shames is here. They should be able to, and then because of GPS until wait me far Accra. Maybe at this drain, this we call it the outdoor drainage basin. Now what me simulate? So in case we have a 20-year drain. A rainfall event. In Siono, what kind of runoff are we expecting? Into level ben between two. I will show how to Maakye nan ho. Say be a rainy season. Tina hono insurance for your jumapa. It baby at nufu honya. No akoji insurance. Because when there's a 20-year rain or a 50-year rain, you need insurance for to come and help you with your cleanup. So them children because insure be a once in about 20 years. Until because of that, no be pija would na kosro. But you pay insurance so that they can help you with the restoration and the cleanup. So, but it's all down to planning regulations. Into me and my colleagues, we the technical people, we should be up and doing. Now me Ghana Institution of Engineering Executive Director, and I used to also be the West African Federation of Engineering Organizations Executive Director between 2018 and 2021. I was always having arguments or advising engineers to say, look, stay your ground. Politicians say. Sometimes I think it's a lazy way of doing your work. And then it's a way of shifting the blame. You have a responsibility to yourself, to your profession, and to the institution that you are working for to do the right thing. And it's a politician, be background and say, they all can document your advice. I kept saying, document your advice. The day will that chance a day will come, a day be beba. Because me ma report teacher on say more money say. So now one year. So me a little audit of the district assemblies. Out of the 260, only about 18 had what I call engineering council registered engineers as heads of their works department. Meaning the current situation. To be my call works department, it will be an environmental health officer. I was only works engineer. And it happens in a lot of places. The assembly is no adults to do. I have never understood him with the pressure to politicians so in the creative district. I mean, you can develop a place without it being a district. So, and now you see be the municipal, it be the metropolitan, it be a district, and metropolitan because yes, it's about Munchano. And then we lose the focus on a Jumana SAYeno. So, until we have a lot of issues with planning. Every area should be planned, and there should be a scheme. Accra, they say there's no fire belt, there's no green belt. Large fire BC. Not say air fires because they suppose first we call me free your conference me say free kind now try we jape e greens and then assassin all right oh baby as I'm is then and crofo say jury ade no and I don't know which a planning officer or a works engineer will have that permit because you are undermining even the foundation of a diner washroom. If there's a major event, Casas rainfall event, be a 1 in 100-year rain, now because the slope sides are exposed, now it loses what we call the slope stability. So, a bit me a slippy when there's a fault line. It'll slip, and OTDC was on some time ago. A Bokuchi Kumunipa. And a lot of things is all lack of enforcement. Laws in the Ghana enforcement. Enforcement and we should seek to do the right thing. I made the studio when you have a speaker net here than Makayan say me. And what think I cried Yankopon dear mammy says here me feel say many dears young man. I would fight for doing things right in this country. It doesn't matter which political party is in office. Ubi idea I will let the world know. Until that is what I stand for. Until we should work and make sure say first near afraid town and country planning. I know when I declare and then you say land use loose. Until town planning has virtually collapsed in our country, and will be a year will be a year extension to their building. No be a BC high rise, no hill fee. All these things are supposed to be regulated. Area be a 3-story, a 3-story, a 2-story, a 2-story. Until we'll have that discussion another time.
It's exactly 9 a.m. Kessben TV. So I will show me what Kessben TV no. Good morning. About Kessben TV. So you engineer Kwabena JJ Pon AD and Komo and then Anope who DSTV so channel 364 and after to Go TV channel 121. May train WhatsApp messages 0550 596929 and after so text messages 0550 567929. Me pacho the issue of OSP. Making kind a year on Niamana or Kayan.
Yeah.
Meeting I can say is an attack on the OSP from Japan.
No, it's not. It's not a direct attack. It's not personal because Abranti and me.
It's an attack on the institution.
I believe says Ghana as a building institutions. Now, my politics. I say the building of these institutions. And you're creating more state institutions. And fashion mekan. Say them can say you create assemblies and 260. At the end of the day, has it brought with it improved services from the assemblies? And so say the cost to the public treasury. Say I will talk 110 vehicles my assembly. Say I will talk 260 plus. Look at it, the variation in cost. Well over 100%. So now media you saw neo ye tati papa bidin friend Jekedako. No, a director of public prosecutions. That position still exists in the Ministry of Justice. What did they say DPP doing that? Unim do DPP. Yeah, no. Because a Juma eso heso yeno. Yeah, manu nye. In my view, and yeah, even when my party was in power, when the idea of special prosecutor, I never supported it. I never liked it. Because it's another bureaucratic layer, which is a cost to the public treasury, and deliver benefit beer to society. Take a little look at our budget. Nefe sika ya committee to that new entity. Nebusa won say, "Omoba idea no maye dia aboa omayeno." What role have they played? So, it's not him as a person. I've never believed in the setting up of the OSP because Constitution, my Attorney General is the only officer. President Intimin Shenoso, although he's also as a Minister of Justice goes to cabinet. But if you have a strong Attorney General, he can initiate prosecutions without anybody, with good conscience and the state interest at heart. And no say here. And yeah, na man for say because Attorney Generals, what we've seen in the past, says say aban kwa na ye tackle only omo efri aban mu no ntino. Because untimin tackle omo e wa aban mu na ne colleagues because onom ne te cabinet. Nti yesi nipa enim te se Kojo Amansa. Nti trebia unu aye bone a unim no nti ana ne kan ya aye din e no kre. Nanso I don't think say eno ye enough reason to say the bia ye new things. Even Yokoi kra police CID or your military intelligence or first near or special branch in your sister Dino ekoye no BNI and aye brand BNM say it is FBI CIA MI5 na me nua pani madam for me nua pani kanda pa akosi say NIB and no say me question say we dey me nua opani me no nya adwene
and perform the same duties
but NIB a bank NIB a investment bank. There should be no confusion in the identity of such an important state institution. And the Ghana phone, and for nothing. You know, we look at the form instead of the substance. And the so, and Tisani many be what said the town and country planning assistant, Ukoha assistant waiting. But to fight. So let's do the work. You see, State Enterprises Commission. You see, they said then State Interest Government Authority, SIGA.
Yeah.
What is in the name?
But to fight corruption was one of the key things now Wabaine was interested in.
Yes.
And we gave the applause. I mean, to say corruption party. These are some of the key pillars SSO DCCO, and one of them was the OSP.
No. Well, that may be the case, but like I said, personally, me my family, me feel say no never fight corruption. Those who are implementing the constitution, politicians here that or minor no yesu ni buying the examples we set, and no this signal bekofo. And we are more important. I think we are not talking about yenka subine character who has enough in this country. It's very important. The character of those who should lead us is very important. So, because you won't mean country Ghana for and as in say when there is austerity and hochira by any say now the womb person will. And I think that is an accusation that the people of Ghana they make of us the politicians. And I know they no more yajune. No more yajune. Na say oh you know akitu no TV so kikam unzo biti you four-wheel drive me so twaning phone say some jobs okay. Yes. Obedi ministers well. Oba ne convoy tintin. So no latest LX and quite a Lexus on normal issue. Lexus moody say you celebrities near California use. I don't think the state should be spending money on such things. So, until we the politicians have to lead by example. My press secretary to President Kofo.
Yes.
For close to 6 years.
Sure.
My family took it and see me never. And so now it is Lego on took room, baby. And I'm back castle, a quite wa. And so the discipline that I've been trained with, Miss Soriana Petutu, to make sure I get to work in time.
Tunya yan scrap OSP.
Oh, then I send them a catch and then you say, because see, I know the bad headlines now. They mean, yes, no personal spat be a nabi. I'm saying, say, a choir offer so or ye near maybe nonsense. Because when you are a prosecutor, wo enna so be a bonia. You see, he who alleges must prove. We now build the case. And as I say, you should have in your custody or have access to all the state intelligence agencies. And to be our information, be our open here, be an one second. Now we'll make a determination while we deciding who's a near my boa no evidence. Emodu, Bonia nipa bia yeno. Me de corner me bonu kwedu anam de kokota judge or teardrum no be listen favorably to my pleadings. That is what law is about. Now I mean tia said that also we investigations about Obi.
Yeah.
Chinchina nipa no mra wanim say wo pese obeboa wo investigations are we.
Or say a criminal investigation.
It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Enti na unum say mra no ma he kwan say o frame me metime akasa me nkasa unsi e che okwan wa police eso read you rights Ghana ha yenye eso read you rights chill say you can remain silent because anything you say can be used against you.
Yeah.
So media me feel say nipa no invite no na say person no cooperate no ba eye me nyini say obi en ho person so evidence the bro say fa bebo me kwadu. And so if you are an investigator or you're a prosecutor, you build your own case. And if you feel the case near stronger, what the two charge sheet so? You mean your lawyer? What the two charge sheet so as we speak? Rumors be say investing in case and say the end one who will more office and they strong enough charging. There has been no charges yet.
Yes.
And if there are no charges, you have not been accused of anything.
But he still insists that
the American invitation in your force. Invitation in force. There are some person on neka. And ne abe for nema. Your Zoom conference.
Yeah.
Your nema baby. Ono akrade. Ono mu not long ago. So no see uncrophobia threatening. One continue broaches or any juma from there. So he has the capacity to go outside. Nipa no baby or no nyese o de asio ne lawyer for akire baby or hospital or o kra fe de wo say matimi ade ne hospital records kra beto abonten which is against any person's confidentiality. Obia juma na we state work na we enti se me de me hospital and answer me medical report bro to confirm say no ntibia me ntimi ma. Na memma me lawyers are representing me. Na ma publishes our report. Is that right? Ye de ye wa be ode. Ono ye de ye na be ne de. Enti we are say pepe me am for doing things right in this country. That's what I'm going to fight for.
Oh,
and they are sending am say a PR stunt because we a lawyer. Your theater is not the media. Your theater is in the court of law. Only a quiet juma. And you sorry begina press conference no afraid nipa. Me hu we enti dey. Who take action. So put it on a docket. Prepare your case. Osi niyama be for. Se mu ba na fu say strong. Se mu mienu. Se ni nyina. Be specific and outline it. Na Ghana for nyina hu say esumasi ya bonu kwadu mienu miensa enan. Onye sa. Na wo abegina say nipa no ye fugitive from justice. Are you the one in charge of justice? You are a party to the conflict because you are a prosecutor or you are a defendant. A judge pe ne betimi aka say you are one to deliver justice no. It is a common sense should tell you say bibinia esa wo de court. Court no be decide say nipa no e be frɛ. Say court no frɛ nipa na nipa no de reasons be ba. Court they believe in reasonableness. Me papa no a judge nti me nim the way a judge say dwen. So now ohwe ade no fi so no kra bi papa no yare obeka se yem pe ekwan foforo a ye betimi a try no whether by video conferencing and Zoom or niema bebre or there are tools a betimi use that is available to the judiciary and also available to his office. Say opeso obusa na sem. Yes sir. And so ubetimi have a phone a friend. Ubetimi man lawyer, ubetimi busa na lawyers. The lawyers also have his power of attorney to act on his behalf. Well, mu nyina ho. Si chinchina yemfa nipa no mra metina wanim. Nye se nipa no so bia ne ho odin te se me no. I think say he is acting beyond his mandate and then to move further say we catch the international police. Na the national the Interpol invoke Interpol on masema woka. The word fugitive. Ono ye the castaway fugitive e be ne de. Say ye ma chance to explain yourself, to defend yourself. Esa wo court ni nyam book say why you boni dia. Na ye say be serve na wo dwane dia, then we can say you are a fugitive from justice. Na say you won crofo office e binimo ha court ebu won fo o ma dwane wa bruchi. Wa try so be kwa retrieve won. So, enti niema ni bi ho a enye se ye hwehwe animu. Ye ya koye se ya hwe yi a. We will keep repeating and we are in a cycle, a vicious cycle of retribution, paying people back. Mwa omayano can call ni development. Enu hu here sing personal vengeance. So, intimidate me feel say onhwe so enye na adwuma. Ena Ghana ha iwiase nyina yetimi ye trial in absentia. The fact that when you want to say intimate trial all over the world, even some of these genocide trials are World War II, Nkrofo di bone near the intimate trial be no in absentia near passing judgment. Yeah. So, enti me dey cry dem nim say finance minister no so be o dua book akra no dey sake kan name because some of boss on there. Normally it should not be at the desk of the finance minister. GR will be contracted there. Finance, of course, finance ministry na share GRA so. Obviously. But normally the actual contractual unit there, minim DC but can normally can be a GRA in SML no na. Yes, I. Other process and now for say. Intimidate me feel say. Okay. Yeah, building a state institutions. Okay. Yeah, building a name who's a state no there. Okay. Parties will come and go. Me kai say na me general secretary. 2015, me call NDC for conference with Kumasi. We say na parties no command solidarity message. Na me catch on. Na say me kan sa de no. Chesasema ka say na America. I said say for the foreseeable future parties mienu ye na ebebu man. Say mu na more power. Sata no more power 2015 ye opposition. Yeah. Enti ye ne ye suni ye ban ye kasaye, the way we lead the country and the way we treat ourselves. Ya nhwe ye. Na there be a person running ye ho down as politicians. We are losing the respect of politics in the eyes of Ghanaians. Wow. And also na esa. Okay. Very dangerous. Na emma sebi obi wo ha no anya adwen bi na opese wo ye bibia emfata. Enti yenhwe sa na eme ye. Enti me de me kan say it's not about him as a person. I think it's the institution and I think they should not have been set up in the first place. Okay. But having crossed that bridge already, they should do their work well. Okay. Because in my view, see, because a cost benefit analysis, and I'm sure the cost to state alcohol up to now. Now, what the state has benefited from that entity, I'm saying it bears no resemblance at
16 minutes up at 9 a.m. home. Yeah, so our Kessben TV, Kessben 92.9, Kessben TV on Facebook, and then on Facebook again, Kessben 92.9. Your name, Engineer Kwabena AJ Japan, Aidin Komo Efa, and Yama Koso within Yama Muhanum. Back to the MPP issues now we're raising, the constitutional reforms.
That's right.
And the structure you want to see the MPP moving forward, echo. Three major key issues that were raised. The one has to do with the constituency caucuses you are proposing. The other is to get the abolition of the Article 13(9).
Special delegates.
A special one. So, and now to the reordering of the MPP internal action, election calendar. Yes, just here with the abolition of the 13 clause 9 of the MPP constitution. First off, Article 13 and clause 9 a DNA.
Say 207 was the first time near power in a long time, and I sign renew your President Kofor time. In Tiama Nipa Bibri, say Bekako pray. Me na me ka home, me na me ya branch pa. Me frame Mujamuno.
Still away Mujamuno.
Oh, na maybe that was not the best because it sent a wrong signal to the country.
Yeah.
Said that bring na hu na toy wa bem na obi e pre. And maybe we have say inside na SB I discuss. Me feel say a bi part bi entwa yi. Ti na bi no mu feel say yem fancy she bi share constitution na say nipa e drew say ye beto aba for presidential candidate. Omuburu enuma. Ese ye pe kwan bi a ye be sone so. Na kadum. Inti si ye be sone so dia ye be hihye bibi e friend no super delegates.
Okay.
Now, we share the composition of the super delegates. One, almost no. There are only about 900. They say cry parliamentarians here 88 crowd. It may be around 800, just over 800 people.
Okay.
Say electoral college and I just say it's easy to manipulate the electoral college because it will be with car obetimi targeted the way of politics wo man sikasem no obetimi targeted nipa 500 madam Fubino so ya mebo siketu na wa bon siketu na I distorted the electoral result.
Okay.
So and I will go into the details cry. So electoral college no, it is the chairman of the 275 at the time. The same say 276. I don't see crime in shed and tears here. But anyway, 276 constituency chairman.
Yeah.
Regional executives, they say 16 regions multiplied by the, I think they are each executive, 17 or so, if my memory serves me right. We check here about 272. At that time, I make kind of MPs near 138. They say only 88. Now they are count. Council of Elders near 30. Foreign branches. And no crime a man tiasi that. Say nye manipulation. Young fan say foreign branch be the nipa mienza. Let me say na say me tiaya was so central. I we nipa e wo ha. Na say me chairman pe one delegate na e ka ho a. Adentina your branch I want Norway. I'm here to say nipa 150.
I didn't nipa miensa.
How? It's not equitable and yet fair.
Okay.
Because as I almost crap party no. Me my crap party neither. So I know. Through the international desk no, it me you should vote no. Because nipa pi o mo ma near ye proxy near the microphone no microphone ha no mo akoto. So it favors the establishment. And me feel says I no emfata. Says bantuma de nipa wana adentina China de nipa 3. As my making sanity. And even the composition of the electoral college no. And yet And because it's so small, it is not representative of the base of our party.
Okay.
And me feel say. But that was the second thing.
Okay.
The first one, and Americano, was the expansion of the electorate. Electoral college. They say only about 230,000 in a Twaba. 555 polling station executives. Almost the 40,000 polling stations now a war electoral commission there, man. Professor Okwe committee no call around after the election. We also no
Kessben 92.9.
Say o retreat. Na o hwe de ye e ba na sa. Na o sua bibi frim. Na face niema ese o ya e be ma party no ho aba akono. Na wo mo ebu afuye no. Asan be kan ho no. To be able to win back our lost flock no. Na je say tie de o mo ka. Me so me number back one na me press secretary. Ye de ma me. Enu anam de use. O2 number bi. Ti party phone pinim. Into one platform be a bonze do ato so ntimo phone back o fa. Utimi na. Nti o ha na ma hwe kakra. So because o ka say o tran ho be a for anopa ho ntimi nya adwuma. Intimitimi hu de ekoso o party for na adwum ne me ha won ne adenti ahoache na me sori na me tie na me hwe me amu de me nka hwe nti dodo no na omunim se bi kura me ho so. But na me follow. Ade ba ko a party for no unanimously everywhere complain about any say beto aba na nipa kakra bi Ghana so yete in communal houses.
Yeah.
Me MPP ni, o MPP ni na ukoto aba ni bie. Uko na oba na ukra flat screen. Wachina uko another election oba na ukra fridge. Uko ayesifa the sewing machine come out ko yesi. Afede say uti compound house na say mesusu me MPP ni me yiri kwa na beka say na kwamna na wo de MPP nti wo ka hom edru abato a I'm sorry so obekwa akoto abani. So the monetization of the electoral process, apart from alienating your party for no, it also annoys the general population. Almost feel say any mama koji say na any mama is kansa na akoto. So they lose focus of their civic responsibility. Say na koyesi kasem. Ahunya ne sanya no. Emfata.
But did you feel it in last year's election?
Oh yeah, reports never said that. In Tusha, baby, I want pana. We suffered the lowest turnout in Ashanti and Eastern region in this last election. And it happened. And Professor Okwe's report, although I haven't seen it with my eyes, I was in the council when it was presented to the chairman and general secretary. In fact, on that day, I was the one that the chairman and general secretary nominated to thank Professor Okwe's committee on behalf of the National Council, which I did. Nenso de womu de up to now me hu ye. But Professor Okwe my verbal executive summary. Ade ba kwa me picky me so me ko you ko meeting there be on my notebook. Omo gigi other things but to me ye notes now they call. Ti me ko na me ko hwe me notebook April 16. Yeah, National Council. There na me record there. Professor Okwe use word be. Was many people, the grassroots believe the electoral college system is broken. Those were his words, and I wrote it verbatim.
Wow.
So, to me, on the 17th of April, in fact, a demo I and I'm who said, SM can be. I'm say, me party from December, January, February, and I didn't be a few said. Sa electoral college system ni sika ye de eba elections no ya mpɛ kwan bi ensia no a ebe hayen intermediate few se senke benya ka obia oye MPP ni a owo card nka ye man ho kwan no nto aba. That has been the dream of many people, what they call the one man one vote. But ye hwesisi a mini IT for no party nka se nipa san na wo mu database si be 137. Was it 137 or 187? I'm not sure. But it's still way less than 200,000. Which means that one more talk about the last primaries in Ukraine. Any card. So enti say ye kase afe ne ebe yi cards
92.9
ama wo de emfa nipa 1 million kra na ye actual activists because party there your sympathizers your voters your activists and your card holders nye nipa ni nyina eto abama na ompese omo ewo card so ahu dem chon do dem fa say nipa million kra na say ewo card and say electronic card be 30 cedis your opposition you benya 30 million e atimi your cards now yasan put together a logistical machinery to be able to deliver the cards to our party people in all the nooks and crannies of this country. It's not an easy accomplishment. It's a very challenging assignment. And se say no, obi na mwa, obedan hu say we MPP and say onye MPP ni. So, that one is difficult to verify. Timi dia adwen ba say, and yes pese e bie mu dia. Kayan go back to omo asum party da from the inception 1992 ebesine. So we so onwu nkwa na ote ase dia. Ya ma omo nyina voting right. Because adia ya wo party mu ne se wa ye bia MP 3 terms we lose seat. Ye kwa ye mfro ye hwe enka hwenkyerɛ. Esa wo makra no wo fie kra omo nyina kra empese di MPP eji because on papa party na entry ni. Obi adi chairman, obi a ward chairman we kra bia se satam ne ward ne nyama polling station. What dinner those days somebody they all contribute. Say ran Young Executive Forum in 1991-92. Busumi bia me adwuma Ghana Highway Authority as a young civil engineer. Na yi me kakra. Na me de akoka ho. Na nyina akeka bom. Na de akoma agye ni mboaten say de boa party adwuma or party headquarters. That's how come the MPP became the first party to buy its own headquarters at Kokumlemle. Ye contribute to be pa kakra.
Bensgate on.
So, and me feel says I'm penning for you.
Yes, I'm form.
And to me a letter. Say, we should add the current electoral college to the previous offices. From polling station, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, national executives, them kind of DC just to cover all of them. The chief executives. My Juma or constituency or an answer put them order. At least or clout kakra.
Former parliamentarians.
Because young fans obviously mean a penny or was to say Mr. Kojo Dako.
Yes.
Where the regional chairman, where the MP Sunyane, where the minister local government, minister roads. And I say one count. Bro, have there no can. How? And yeah, possible. It's not right. And I say SK Buafo. And I Abema or Kufuridia. Our no 1995 years struggle Alliance for Change. Or no that Alliance for Change movement. No, I will Kufuridia. By minister, I MP several times. And to me, they me feel say, yeah, more money almost so there. They are important. They say almost they are identifiable, verifiable, and quantifiable. Nichi kana na me tribe here say omo de yenimu omo. Yenimu omo ano dodo. Because uko mi krom papa krom kumewu a. Openi edu say a o first chairman 1992. Otiase. Okay. Nti say ma peni edu say ento aba. Ataj on de me ofa no. Omo nyina say omo e ka ho bie. Okay. So, and that was the first. They said, Matisse, Council of Elders, no cry for us. Mom, the document of Faso, the committee, no say, no dear. Matiti say, it be them say, oh, ye baby, Kakreb near the Nipa 10 account. Nipa 10, a free heifer. One echo you system na Nipa P and pen almost say, had more numbers and ones I could eat 10 account. Matisse, be no moon and Namasia da. Ayi 10 a be favor a particular candidate be say yemfa enko kan eno de enye adwuma nice yem pene so and I'll be the one who will fight it in council and outside remember Ghana for nyina hu asema me kan it doesn't benefit anybody bringing the party back to its core and ebema the sense of inclusion the sense of participation so and the sense of belonging. Na mo fun say yes party no ye ka ho ye na ye boaye so onwu inkwa no te ase dia ti ye fa se ne electoral college na ho ye 2022 dia ye go back to 2018 omu nyina ebi eka we mu but ebi free mu omfomra eno so na be masa independent candidates ensem nyina brafom because okwa constituency say Joso no Manshia North no me be gina secretary na me inherit constituencies be 7 na ho de da bia ntokwa mampon me ha me krom secretary mampon dwabe ikumewu Joso MP we ba no ayi nipa na free is not the need the access we ba no ayi nipa eno wo mu nyina akotena kire ase na emunya me ehwe na ebi support to independent nti yen kase obi a waye polling station executive daddy as ye mount ye kamboma ye betwem 1 million wa hekwa bedu 2 million ekoba ne sa eye disincentive say wa wusu wo sika wusu be kwa kotua ni pa 2 million ka me hade so ho enti me feel say eno no na me first
okay
second one is electoral a friend say super delegates so yenyi free third one the enye constitutional amendment yes adwenkyere and I'm here say look ye hwe party a wunte wo nyina presidential primaries nti and eno so ne hia because we president no na edi nanim ekoto ballot box no so nti obia has to support him fully na say the way aniema na start here no na say ya torrenchem eto yenuanom okufu PZ no friend no kumase KPD,
yeah.
And then because I mean, as an MPP patriot, ne hame pa.
Eda.
Say enkrofo say ekoya doye.
Yeah.
Ya enkoya doye no in the party's name, but ekoya doye individually. Dr. Baumia Koy. Even the running mate, Napo Ekoy. Kennedy Japan Koy. Brian Champon Ekoy. Educhum
Patrick Komaso Koy.
A friend is a minority leader, so Ekoy. And some general secretary, so as oko. Na sempani na esi obibi ade ne enkamom. Ne emfa nkoma general secretary ni chairman say samo kokra mbet ma friend ni abedi agire. Ne akoya adoye na nkrofo na hu MPP na abeya adoye no. We have become too individualistic. Enti ekoba no sa, a party for no mabemu ebu because they want to see cohesion at the top. So we should weld ourselves together as a strong political party. And to me feel say, "Adia cry ekoya do ye cry say obi e rero baby." Say o ka say ye ko select ni party na ka ho. Ana ekoya election bi ofom ho. Ye be we constituency ye be ka say, "Oh, Mr. Speaker, ene she we echi. Kojo Japan ene she secretary echi." And sir, the party will be polarized and divided even ahead of the presidential prime. Inti mimi yesenk yebenya yenya biemu wie na yenya be nipa 2 million na 1.5 I represented the base of the party and kayento presidential prime man ka say top bottom one debi me say yento eno but eno po de it is not a major issue they hear me any expansion in the two expansion no any the expunging the super
under 1 minute time in answer. Your take on want to me say you know men who one ko
they hear me say
one ko
I spoke about it first last week said the President Mahama no onhwe because the buck stops at his table. You cannot look the other way say the Japan nkrofo no the right thing. It cannot be right. There has been a smooth transition. Transition we cry there. Na bigra ebo Dr. Baumia ko edu say ojipini entem. So there is with the transition. And we've had several transitions. Niade. And this obi aye bonia. And one say Attorney General and in the investigative arms no. Mon deciding on bonia mufu se boni ko edu. Na mka say police for they did the right thing. CID for free unto me. Okoye no omkase won kofi okwa na yasan akochi no kwem ye di na shame 7 days. It is very clear say the bill them can the bill the first one say we obi a unwane untumi wo property organa bebre untumi nwane say we ja ho enti onokra self recognition bill crack say etimi de ma no but I am say ono aso so minu akitwa do say na no yakakra the same one wakeka in the past nem say one person omo chire say power o baby na e person omo tia say power there.
Okay,
we know say aban with power and we respect the authority of the government and the president and that because ye nyina na invest authority in him but on here no man fa nye ayaka de emfa hunu akole on bore ni fi identity kumi na ho fa so ne say no petutu.
So, Engineer Kwabena Ejejepon is one of the few politicians in Ghana that can change things. I pray you become the flag bearer soon. May God continue to protect you and make the wider listeners listen to you. Go higher, Kwabena Eje. Go higher, Kwabena Ejepon. From Great Zaps Ofi Wa. Kwabena, yadase pa. Nyami shout yes, yadase pa. You made him come on, but you are still young. I mean, we need younger people.
No. I know the a woman's. You
be Kwabena Ejepon and any didn't come on. I mean, Kobe Port near didn't come on here. Because you can send them here. Sika dear who be a year would be serious why ye pa. I don't know you didn't come on for a sika sem one na fe. Main kind other text messages and then they are canina. Bibi aboko dear boss.
Nyamiadum. Ye share na che.
Musa. Bayport from Obia here.
Iradiadum. Bayport hoboko. Nyamiadu bibia koye kama.
And then our my.
Yeah. Manape no. Befa sa kwenye switchia Kessben tifo ni ahwefo nyina. Na and then no me pese me ne one aye investment akemu pen a nunti ama suru aba omon pese ombete investment kra ho asem no na mpese me ne om didi ho enkomo kakra enti no me ba ya Bayport boko na customer bia 2 years ago ya ba platform yi so ya ne di nkomo text message na me pese me kan na me di bie enkomo no ano I say I vowed not to do any form of investment again due to my bad experiences with companies that came and looted away with my money. I decided even not to send money to any bank for a very long time. I mysteriously heard of Bayport on radio one afternoon. That was on Kessben. I picked one of their numbers they provided and I spoke with the manager. After a lengthy conversation, I started to give them a try. I was so pleased and very satisfied with their service. I have repeatedly done business with them with no regret ever since.
Wonderful.
And this is coming from a customer Nidinde Ismail Kofikusi.
Okay.
Nitie muane se na usuro se obeye investment esan financial institutions bia ode no ho kobo omo ni sika came enti edu bebi no na osuro kra se ode ni sika be kwakoto bank na mom dako ewie bi otie eye Kessben no yedidi Bayport ho komo na no oyi ye number and of friend yen yedi komo no ko echiri kakra no ye send de obeso ya hwe oso ye hwe no hu se niana eye ne se financial institution na tesa no entesa na obekoso a to aso ne di business entino eno santi eno obia waye investment a wenya haircut na wenya bibi sani sika akokem bia no mesre se sima be num ya ye didi nkomo yi obefem ya so na wetie nkomo ni ye na wa fire numbers na yebetumi aboa no na ni suro ni nyina ye ye fi ho enti anape me ba ya aboko
boy nkomo
enti no ye wie ni sa no me pese me bisa wo se o pese usikasem ekoye ana say is there a smart way you want to grow your money safely in Ghana se sa na tie dia anape Bayport Ghana ewo fixed deposit product ye interest ye de ma no mode to other banks there no ho a ye ma from 16 to 20 other banks no ema 9 to 12 and kwa ye say obenya ne mbo ho mienu nti wodu sika be to Bayport amfa so a obenya no wode to other banks no ho a ete say wonya no mbo ho mienu na Bayport ifri he na ye ba Ghana da ben Bayport is one of the subsidiary companies belonging to the multinational brand which is the Bayport Management Limited. Bayport Ghana has been in operations for over 22 years. And apart from being in Ghana, we are in 9 countries across the world. And we are licensed and regulated by Bank of Ghana. Your fixed deposit, your fixed deposit is very flexible. Say, open say 3 months, akwenya wo ho. Open say 6 months and so akwenya wo ho. Open say 1 year and so akwenya wo ho. Very affordable. Say ukra 5,000 Ghana cedis, you can sign on onto the Bayport fixed deposit. Say uye Bayport fixed deposit 3 months ne so. Dana so ye na usika tene ne womfa so a wenya no yetua ede mawo afei say cobra asem no ene de is far away from Bayport nti yebetua womfa so no ne usika tene no in full within 24 hours sika na so afei nso say o bre sika mu du kakra nso a o akwenya say interest yede ma no utumi negotiate nti no nso ye an additional benefit obenya se obeye Bayport fixed deposit obi be pese manager me pese me bisa o se me ye 10,000 3 months menya sen me ye 10,000 6 months menya sen esan bring nti me bobo kakra bi so na ya wrap it up nti se mprempren o de 10,000 abetu Bayport o ye no for 6 months busumi nsienchi no ubenya mfaso 910 cedis. Oye no for 1 year 10,000 ubenya 2,000 cedis. And se o di sike isha umpase ya sa sike mfaso yi unya se upeje muko 50,000 oye no for 3 months 50,000 ubenya 2,088 cedis. Oye no for 6 months ubenya 4,550 cedis. Oye 50,000 fixed deposit will Bayport for 1 year. You are getting 10,000 cedis. And in Faswa Obenyane de bebre. You want in the so 100,000, 200,000, 1 million. Meaning now ofre your numbers now per se uhunu Faswa Obenya. Yabema wehu na fe so terms and conditions ni actually mu ye ama se o Ghana card ya boa ama wait to me assigning onto our package. So you can call us for more details and assistance on 0245 15 32 83 and now says 026 300 79 22 and to fra me ti haya na obenyame ne me akasa na nchechire mu ne emwa ohia bia no ye de ama right. And inti ye kanfo Bayport fixed deposit amu bia se wo ya nkurankure se wo ya sorry se mo ye old school union just call us na ye beboa na ube join Bayport fixed deposit family na said ya Mr. Ishmael Kaino you will never regret it unu ho kra value for money and that is what we promise you. Thank